Hello folks, meteorologist Jamie Cagle here with an update to the forecast as we get through this winter storm as we wrap up the holiday travel season. Right now, we still have our weather impacts alert. That is going to take us through the morning hours of Monday. Really anticipating some rough road conditions as well as some strong winds and still some bitterly cold wind chills for that Monday morning return to work commute for you. Plow crews are going to have a big lift to do later on tonight because we have that rain, freezing rain, and then snow on top of it. So any travel out there so far today has just more or less compacted it and just made it an ice rink underneath there. So like I said, plow crews have a big job ahead of them. We still have some snow bands and we still have some strong winds. So again, anticipate some very difficult travel. In fact, in some parts of the state this afternoon, some very dangerous travel, and areas in southern Minnesota advise for no travel right now. That's in the blizzard warning area along I-90, I-94 towards Alexandria up towards the Fargo area. Blizzard warning where we're going to find very common to see whiteout conditions. The snow, light and fluffy, as we get into these afternoon hours, blows around rather easily, and that's creating whiteout conditions. In fact, even around the Twin Cities from time to time, you'll see whiteout conditions or at least very poor visibilities in areas, and that is for the winter storm rain. That extends all the way across Wisconsin. So I-94 east to west, I-35 north and south, I-90, and many other highways around our region right now. Just very difficult travel conditions. Here's a look at the road conditions, and from about Brainerd south, again, you're going to find those roads completely covered with snow and ice, and across south central, southwest Minnesota, no travel advised there, and you see it's rough commute into western Wisconsin as well. So again, today, and this is what we anticipated. Again, when you start out with the rain, freezing rain into snow and dropping temps, along with some blowing snow conditions, again, just anticipate that the roads are going to be very difficult to navigate tonight and right into tomorrow. Like I said, plow crews got a big job ahead of them. Visibilities, not so much this necessarily fog, but a lot of blowing snow really reducing the visibilities across the area. Not too bad in some parts of northern Minnesota where they're actually missing out on a lot of this winter storm right now. But as you can see, visibility is below a mile, even with what daylight we have out there. So again, some real tough travel conditions for us, and even around the Twin Cities, getting down below a half mile in places like Crystal, up towards Blaine, 3/4 mile reported at MSP. So again, with all that blowing snow, still a couple of heavy bands embedded in this system, and the low itself is going to move across Iowa. It's going to make its way into the Great Lakes region later on tonight, and as it does, it will strengthen. This thing will get even stronger. So we anticipate the strong winds to stay in place through the overnight hours and into Monday morning. So we're not just going to see the winds die down simply because the day is nearly over. And this band of snow extending back to the west-northwest direction expected to hang in there. And as we go in a little bit closer, again, you're going to see some embedded band work in with the snowfall. So some areas will see the snow taper off a little bit, west side of the Twin Cities there at around 3:30 this afternoon. And right now, as you move to the east side, they're picking up that heavier snowfall. Still some decent snow across I-94 back into parts of eastern North Dakota. So again, this entire area of snowfall is expected to linger for some time. Here's the futurecast. We'll take it from 5 o'clock to about 10 o'clock, and you can see again, maybe not the most intense snowfall, but it lingers, it sticks around. And again, that's because the low that's getting to our east is staying very strong. Then finally tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., snow is expected to be done through the overnight hours, but still some strong northwest winds. So blowing snow and again, really nasty wind chills back in the forecast for Monday morning. That area of 6 to 10 inches has expanded a little back to the west. It does include the Twin Cities. Doesn't necessarily mean all the Twin Cities will see 8, 9, or 10 inches of snow. I think you're going to have to go to the east side of the metro to find that, but I think 4 to 8 still should be a very common snowfall total around the metro area. And with the lighter snow back to the west, those numbers will drop off, but that's also where we've had a lot of wind. So the blizzard conditions still likely going on. South central to west central Minnesota. Snowfall total is lower in the southwest part of the state. Not as much snow blowing around, not as much of a whiteout. But for Wisconsin, really going to pick up that snow later on this evening through the overnight hours. And for the UP, it is lights out. Very heavy snow, but they anticipate it Strong northwest winds across Lake Superior. You're going to pick up incredible lake effect snow for the UP and parts of northern Wisconsin. Should be some incredible skiing conditions there in about the next 24 hours. But for us in the next 24 hours, things will certainly quiet down. Here's a look at the feel like temperatures. We'll take it from this evening. We're going to go through the evening and overnight hours and watch those wind chills drop. Double digits below zero for Monday morning. Teens and 20s below zero. Daytime temperatures tomorrow probably going to hit about a 12 or a 13. Numbers won't move much, but what sunshine we do have tomorrow is going to be extremely beneficial to road conditions. We need to heat up the pavement as much as possible to really help the salt, really help the plow crews scrape everything off. So that sun is going to be valuable tomorrow. Here's a look at the rest of the forecast. Still a windy day. Temperatures are going to be very cold, but again, that sun hitting the black pavement will really help things out. Little bit of a warm up there on Tuesday with some flurries, if you can believe it. That 31 will also help with road conditions, but get ready for just some bitterly cold temperatures as you ring in the new year. We're going to spend some time below zero. Sometimes we may not even hit the double digits above zero. We'll have a little sunshine in there. A little warmer though towards next weekend.